Star Wars never made any sense to me. I mean, why are the spaceships named after English letters if they have their own scary alphabet? Why does Yoda and what exactly is a Jabba? I don't know, and it makes me uncomfortable. Now, as a lifelong Star Wars fan, I'm kind of an expert on the lore. You could ask me what species Cad Bane is, and I'd be like, he's a Duros, which is the correct answer, so I think I have a pretty good theory as to the truth of Jabba. To be honest, I've never actually seen Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Episode 2 of The Book of Boba Fett, the Clone Wars movie, or the Clone Wars episodes Ambush, Assassin, Evil Plans, Hostage Crisis, Hunt for Zero, Note to Self, look up who Zero is after I finish editing the video, Sphere of Influence, or Eminence. I've also never read The Valsedian Operation, but I highly doubt there will be anything to complicate my theory at all in those specific pieces of media. So, my theory. We never see anyone else like Jabba. No other member of the same slug like alien species. So, what if Jabba isn't an alien species? What if we all just assumed he was? What if he's a human who just looks like that? This scene from the hit 1977 George Lucas sci fi fantasy action adventure film Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, starring Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford, seems to indicate this.
Jabba, you're a wonderful human being.
Han clearly says he's a human, with no room for interpretation. We even have this deleted scene of what Jabba used to look like back when he was normal. I know deleted scenes should never be assumed to be canon. Now that we established that as canon, let's see if we can figure out what made him change. In the hit 1977 George Lucas sci fi fantasy action adventure film Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, starring Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford, we see Luke eating breakfast with his parents. Notice how he starts drinking the blue milk, then stops with this concerned expression. His mom and dad also exchange worried glances, so we can see they're all somewhat wary of drinking too much blue milk. To drive this point home, we need to cut to the hit 2017 Rian Johnson sci-fi fantasy action adventure film Star Wars Episode 8 The Last Jedi, starring Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, and Oscar Isaac. In this famous scene, we see Luke drinking from the bountiful teat of this character, who's probably named something like Bak Tinush or Nongli Bin. Notice the confidence, nonchalance, and green milk on his face? Contrast this with the morbid solemnity from the earlier scene, and we see this taboo is indeed limited to the blue milk specifically. You're probably wondering what any of this has to do with Jabba, but just ask yourself, where have we seen blue milk being consumed other than Tatooine? Nowhere. Where does Jabba live? Tatooine. Yeah, I think it's clear Jabba drank too much blue milk and underwent some putrescent, godless metamorphosis to become the revolting pile of shambling mucus and bloated, pustule-ridden slug flesh he always was on the inside. What?